motivated to get back out there. He got the big contract. You want to show why they gave you that money. And I think the thing is him missing last year, and anytime you come off an injury, the one time that I missed the bulk of the season, my last year in Denver, 99 Skip, I broke my collarbone. I missed the last 12 games of the season. I was a free agent. I go to Baltimore. I wanted to show the Ravens why you made me the highest paid tight end in football. So I was chomping at the bit to get there. And what do I do, Skip? Overdid it, pulled my hamstring.
How early?
In mini camp. So I missed all the mini camps. So now I got to work. I got to find a way to nurse that. And because I know I'm saying, like, man, we done gave this guy all this money. I see why Denver didn't re-sign him. So all that's going through your head.
Did you make the first camp practice?
Oh, I was there. No, once in a training camp, I was good to go. The best thing about it, this happened in April, Skip, and I was ready to go, but I had to nurse it back. But I know what they were thinking, Skip. They had just gave me a boatload. They had just given me the bag. And here I'm hurt already. Dak is saying, man, hey, I'm gonna tell you when. But Dak has to understand now, Skip, is that everything's on the pitch count. You remember when I was growing up, pitchers, they worry about, well, he can only pitch 5 innings, and he can only do this. He got to miss a start. Guys threw 130 pitches, 140 pitches, and they pitched every 5th day. Now a guy pitched 70 pitches.
My childhood hero, Bob Gibson. It's just 9 innings. He's just going to complete game you, and he's going to do it in 2 hours and 5 minutes.
Guys used to throw double headers.
I know.
I get it now. But Skip, look, and maybe this is the way Dak is. But I played with Elway for 10 years, and I've been around, was around him a lot. I don't ever remember him complaining about reps. Now, maybe Dak's like feeling like he needs to get a rhythm because he's been away, and, you know, in camp is the best way to get that rhythm back. But like I said, I've been around, and I'm only basically around, obviously I've been around a lot of other quarterbacks. I played 14 years, and Elway wasn't the only quarterback that I had. But I don't know if I've ever heard a quarterback say I need more reps. And it looks like they were within reason because the chart said you're at the top end of where you should be at this point in time. And what, the next day, he got a lat injury. But I get, Skip, for the most part, I get what he's saying. When you're coming off an injury, they give you the bag, you want to show everybody why they gave you the bag, and you don't want to let your teammates down.
The bag is an understatement. My man Dak is going to make $75 million this year. Next quarterback on the list is Tom Brady at 27.5. 75.
Josh Allen passed him.
Well, that's true, but that's true.
But Dak,
I'm not sure Josh passes him this. Like Josh is going to kick in.
I think Josh gets 100.
Okay, so the point is that you're right. He's coming off a career-threatening surgery to his ankle, and as he showed last night in the opening scene, that's what I'm saying. It took a second one to get it fixed, and it left a little wishbone scar because there are 2 scars. So I hope that was a lucky wishbone for that ankle. So not only is he having to prove that he's got legs underneath him, but now he needs to prove he can still be Dak Prescott.
Correct.
Okay, so what I appreciated about the first episode, that he was mic'd, and he obviously knew he was mic'd, but he gave us some glimpses into the real Dak Prescott that I don't ever get in interviews. He's not open in interviews, and I'm fine with that because it's hard to be the quarterback of America's team. You got to be so careful with every word you utter.
Most of them speaking cliches, Skip.
It's all cliches. And for the most part, in interviews, he dodges reporters' questions as adroitly as he dodges pass rushers because he just doesn't give you a real straight, open-hearted answer on anything. But last night, especially in that opening salvo that we got, he was sitting down with Hard Knocks, and he was from the heart. He was just open-hearted about everything he'd gone through. Scars. He loves scars. He got scars all over his body because they're symbols of what he has sacrificed.
Well, Skip, he was a little sensitive last night because you remember Mike McCarthy was just joking with him, says, you know, like, when you gonna get back out here? He's like, nobody wants to be out here more than me. He's like, bro, I'm just busting your chops. Skip, you know idea, but Dak didn't look at it like that. He's like,
He did not. So he knows he's mic'd up, and he's muttering under his breath, and this is aimed, obviously, at the head coach, where he's just saying, hey, I'm going to quote, I'm not coming out of this bleep. I sat last year enough. I don't know why they took me out of them reps for. I'll let y'all know when I'm sore
Yeah.
or something's bothering me. Well, he's just saying, don't you? He's showing that he's the leader of the football team and that he can sort of govern his own reps, right?
Right.
Like he's a star. He has arrived, and he is, and he got paid like a superstar quarterback. So the point was that in the end, the coach was actually, unfortunately, right.
He was ahead of the curve.
The metric was saying danger zone, danger zone.
Right.
You're just overthrowing, you're overworking,
Right.
especially for somebody who hadn't been playing for a while. And boom, next practice. I guess it was the very next practice.
I think
it was the first padded practice that he pulled something in his.
Right. As a matter of fact, it was the first padded practice, Skip, because he wasn't able to go. Because remember, that was the quiet before the storm, and everybody they was talking about narrative was like, well, and Dak Prescott is not available.
And by the way, thankfully, this is not Hard Knocks, but we saw some video yesterday that he was actually sort of soft tossing passes to Amari, who was without a helmet, but at least they were kind of just playing catch on some routes, but at least he was throwing half speed.
Well, actually, no, what was good, he was throwing a football, not a tennis ball or a ping pong ball.
I would agree.
But guess what? Guess who the vet player was that didn't ask for more reps? This guy.
There you go.
I'm not doubting that. I am not doubting that. Guys, George Karl is back with more Jabs from Mello. Lot to say. We've got the latest next.
No mercy, no mercy.